All right, Sandra, thank you. Now turning to your health news. January is Cervical Cancer Awareness Month. It's the 4th most diagnosed cancer in women. And just last year, 570,000 new cases were identified. About 13,000 more cases are set to appear this year. But there are ways to prevent it. So here to tell us about it, Dr. Antonella Leary from Good Samaritan Medical Center. Again, thank you so much for being here with us. So first of all, tell us a little bit about what cervical cancer is.
Cervical cancer is basically a disease of what we call the neck of the uterus, the skinny part of the uterus that you can see within the vagina. It is actually the 3rd most common GYN cancer that we have seen in the United States, and in actually 3rd world countries is the 2nd most common GYN cancer.
Wow, I mean, it's scary. What do you do? I mean, how does somebody get this kind of cancer?
So this is an HPV-related cancer. HPV is the human papillomavirus. It's a sexually transmitted virus. More than 80% of women will see it at some point in their lifetime. It's very prevalent in the population. Most patients or people of patients that carry the virus through and can lead to cancer.
And what's the reason for that? It's because a lot of people who are infected don't even know they have it. Is that right?
Correct. It's a virus that doesn't give you any symptoms until potentially you end up with a cancer. So you don't have symptoms until you develop into pre-cancer stages and then to cancer.
Very scary situation. So tell us, how do we prevent something like this?
So there is actually the only cancer-preventing vaccine in America. It's called the HPV vaccine. Now we cover over 9 strains of the virus, but there is over 100 strains of the virus in general. 9 are the most prevalent that cause cancer. The 9-valent vaccine is the one that is available in the United States. It is recommended to be given to patients who are 9 to 26 years old, and actually the FDA just has approved in October of this year up to 45 years old for women.
Oh, wow. And is this something that men can also get this kind of vaccine?
Yes. So in men, they obviously don't have a cervix, but it can prevent head and neck cancers, penile cancers, and predominantly the vaccine is to help prevent women from getting cervical cancer because it's a virus that you don't know you have, and you can spread it very easily.
Very scary situation. What's the treatment for something like this?
It depends on the stage of cervical cancer. You obviously don't want to end up with a cancer, so it's better to treat the pre-cancer before it turns into a cancer, but we have surgery. We do now some minimally invasive surgeries versus open surgeries if it's found early. If it's at a later stage or locally advanced, then chemotherapy and radiation. And if it's unfortunately progressed or metastatic, then it's chemotherapy.
Gotcha. And the HPV vaccine, I remember when I was a teenager, and it was very big. It was kind of right when it came out, and everybody was going to get them, and it was, what was it? It was a few different vaccines you had to get, right? A follow-up vaccine. How does it still work that way?
So if you are under the age of 15, then you only need 2 doses of the vaccine.
Okay.
You get it at 0 days, and then at 6 months. If you're over the age of 16 or you're immunocompromised, meaning you're more prone to getting infections, then it is recommended that you get 3 doses of the vaccine, 1 at 0 days, 1 at 1 to 2 months, and 1 at 6 months.
Gotcha. Okay, just to kind of cover all your bases.
Correct.
Tell us where women can go to get more information, because I think this is something that you hear about a lot. You hear about HPV, like you said, it's very prevalent right now.
Right.
And the fact that this can lead to cancer is a scary situation. Where can women go to get more information?
First and foremost, to your physician, either your pediatrician, because again, the vaccine is available for children 9 to over 18, to your gynecologist. That's an excellent resource. You can go on websites like cancer.gov to get more information. Should you be faced with cervical cancer, that's a great resource.
And HPV is a sexually transmitted disease.
Yes.
So tell us, I mean, at the very, very basic form to prevent something like this.
Get vaccinated. That's the very basic form. Unfortunately, there's not much to prevent it. Obviously, having safe intercourse, condoms, but condoms don't always prevent HPV.
So you got to get the vaccine.
You got to get the vaccine. In fact, Australia has a 70% vaccination rate, country, with a drop in cancer of 38% already.
Wow.
We are unfortunately lagging. Our vaccine
ours?
rate
Yeah.
is about 45%.
Wow.
Even with the 45%, we've seen a drop by 18%, but still, it needs to be higher.
It needs to be higher. I mean, we saw those numbers at the beginning of this segment.
Right.
Just unbelievable, staggering, really. Right. Thank you so much for being here. We really
welcome.
appreciate it. This is very important information to get out there, and we're going to make sure to put this interview up on our website, Wpbf.com, just so you have all of the information at your fingertips. Erin.
Really good information, ladies. Thank you.